on, you guys? It's your boy Big Dog here, the Living Cinema Score, back with a review. Well, not it's technically a review, but it's just my general thoughts on the first three episodes of Deadly Class. Now, when I first saw the trailer for this, I entertained because it looked like something I know I would be into, and after watching the first three episodes, it's definitely something I'm into. I missed the first, or missed when it debuted, and I missed actually the second episode, so I actually went back and watched those two this weekend, and I was gonna do a review for those, but then I thought, hey, Wednesday's right around the corner. I'm gonna watch the third episode to get my general thoughts on this. Now, the show is pretty much about a kid. Well, it's about a kid named Marcus, a homeless kid who gets admitted, I guess I would say, or recruited into the school of pretty much assassins, assassins of the future. You know what I'm saying? Kids who are meant to change the world by killing people. And yes, it sounds kind of crazy, but and like I said, the main character's name is Marcus. He's a kid who's supposedly burnt down an orphanage, and so yeah, he's like somebody who had potential because it's like, hey, why did you do? It's not like, hey, you burnt out an orphanage, you're a psycho. With Nietzsche, it's like more like, hey, what was your reasoning? Do you have it's not. This is like kind of the judge, jury, executioner type way of thinking. And they think you would think like more vigilante style, but no, they just pretty much just train the kids to assassinate. They train them. They teach the kids in combat, how to make poisons, like different fuck with people's minds, things of that nature. And so he's he's a kid who's not really from any distinct background, you know what I'm saying? Or and could you listen? The school is just like any other school, okay? Except that they're training killers. But then again, you kind of you look at public schools, so I'm like, but so the whole thing is like you have their section of students. And the biggest separation is like the legacy kids and the rats. The rats are the outcasts, the people who come from families who really didn't too much have anything, people who don't have old money and shit like that. You have the legacy kids, the privileged motherfuckers. Their families are cartel bosses, government officials, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People in the CIA, and so they have more resources. And the whole the a big message that I'm getting from the thing from this show is kind of like the kids who don't, the outcast kids, they're called rats. Okay, and so this seems like a school in which like eventually like the kids kill kids. Like you haven't really seen it, but like you kind of know that's what the deal is. And it's in a way it kind of shows like how the world is now, because the world is kind of ruled by people. It's ruled by old money, people who had money passed down from generation to generation, and have context with other higher authority people, people who have power, people that can get things done. And then you have those other smaller people who actually want to make a change in the world and see the world change for the better. Granted, these kids are still training to be assassins. Like, but you have the rats who want to actually change the world, you know what I'm saying, make a difference, you know what I'm saying, take out people who, you know what I'm saying, are stuck in their ways, and you can't, let's just look at this, you justifying them killing people, you know what I'm saying, but you kind of get like the generalization of what's going on, because it's like the real world. You have, like I said, you have people who rule this world, rule this like the world basically, who have old money that's been passed down generation to generation, and then you have those people at the bottom who are trying to break through, but the people at the top don't want anybody new there, especially when they don't come from some the privileged background, or you know what I'm saying, high regarded background. They don't want, you know, you're not welcome at this country club for say, right? And you know what you do with the people who almost break through? They kill them. And that's pretty much, you can tell like that's what this thing is going. Marcus is one of the rats, and the kid has, not, I'm gonna say potential, but the kid, he doesn't like seeing people get bullied, and the kid has been through a lot. Like I said, he's burned out orphanage, but that's up for debate whether he did it or not. He said he didn't, and it kind of gives some indication that really wasn't him, but you don't necessarily know who did it. And so now you have this whole thing of like, hey, I'm trying to make waves, and like I'm in this school, but I'm getting picked on by a cartel drug lord's son, and he has his fine ass girlfriend. Like there's a lot of things that's happening in this show. I cannot tell you every character's name. I know Marcus. That's probably it. Like, but that's not any like. There's nothing against the show. It's just me because I'm bad with names. I'm horrible. No, I know Saya too. That's like she played in To All the Boys That I Love. The girl that played the main girl in now. I can't think of her name right now. Lana Condor. That's her name. So she's like she's like the one of like the top prospect, but she also comes from a legacy family. Yeah, this Hispanic girl who's in like an abusive relationship with what the cartel do, but it's like she wants like she says she want to normalize, but you don't know how true that is. Then you have the black kid in this whole thing, who is not really a gangster, but has this gangster image and his portrayal as a gangster and a thug. You know what I'm saying? Everybody fear him because of his reputation, but they don't know the guy really soft and really pussy. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know that just because he has a reputation of being hard. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of hard to believe because like in the streets, man, if ain't nobody seen you put in work, you ain't really did that, and like you never like this. Like he's a pacifist, like so he ain't even slapped nobody in public. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just you walking around with a toothpick in your mouth. It's just odd that he hasn't been exposed. Also, they had this is like completely off subject, but they had this Russian dude, and he also come from a legacy family. They have these Nazi girls, legacy families. You have I fuck with the rats though. You know what I'm saying? Not rats like in snitches, but like the rats in this show. Because you have one. His name gotta be Weasel. His name, just for the sake of this, is Weasel. I think his actual name in the show is Billy, the kid with the mohawk. Then you have the other dude who look like he's a Super Saiyan. He's very brash. You have the goth chick. All of them are just separated. But Noah, I mean not Noah. I'm thinking about Noah. Marcus gets clicked up with them because they pretty much the same. And like he takes like a stand on bullying. Like he defending them because them his people. And he also has a relationship with the black guy. I think the black guy's name is Jamie. I don't know. I don't know. For the sake of this review, his name will be Jamie. And so they get like a connection because they had to actually go out and kill somebody. And Marcus killed another homeless guy who was actually killing other homeless people. But he's just like, fuck it, I have to do it because like this guy's a piece of shit. But he let what's the name, the black dude, get the credit for it just so he can actually look like he's somebody. But like the black dude still had to keep his shit, his status, what it is. So he's like disowning Marcus completely until like some shit happens. Just like, you know what, you gotta look out for people who look out for you, and that's just what it is. And like I'm liking the characters in this show. At one point it was kind of hard to really root for anybody because my main character can be like an asshole, but at the same time, I had to be like a likable asshole. Pause. You have to make the character good enough to where you rooting for him, but at the same time, still doesn't really diminish his personality as like a asshole, you know, basically. So, and I think at first I was kind of struggling with that, but now even just after episode 3, it's kind of like, hey, you see why he does what he do. He just don't like people picking on other people. That's his whole thing. It's like just don't like bullies and people and self entitled pieces of shit. Which me personally, I hate those people. I hate those people. And I understand this show is about kids murdering kids or kids just training to be killers. And I know that turns a lot of people out, but come on, man, just shut the fuck up. Sometimes I just get so tired of the sensitive shit. Like it's a fucking show, man. Like, it's a fucking TV show. If you can't fucking separate the shows from like reality, that's your fucking problem, not nobody else's, bro. Don't take it out on everything. I just get so tired how sensitive everything has become nowadays. Like, people will probably get mad at the girl, like the Mexican chick, fine ass girl, who was in like the abusive relationship. This shit actually still happens in the real world. So what's your problem when you see it on TV? Like, everything is not fucking happy, people. So like, come on now. Like, I've been enjoying the fuck out this show, and you know what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be some revelation at the end. Like, I've never read this comic, never read the graphic novel, none of that. So I don't know exactly where the fuck it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? But I'm enjoying it like thoroughly. Like, every episode is like I'm in it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate these first 3 episodes. So this is probably gonna be something I start reviewing weekly, not every Wednesday night. My review will probably won't be up till like 12 o'clock at night, but or it might just be up Thursday morning. Either way it go, this is something I'm definitely into, and I'm probably gonna start reviewing. So overall, I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. You should definitely get those first 3 episodes to watch, because I'm telling you, for me, they very captivating and very gripping. It's a very gripping show to get into. So you guys, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.